Hey guys, we're back. We're back.
Did you miss us?
We are doing a Valentine's Day themed video. Today, we are going to be ranking rom-com couples. The categories are
Romeo and Juliet, I ship it, codependent, just a pretty face, toxic, and divorce. And keep in mind, we are not rating the movies specifically, it's the couples. So we could put the movie down like in divorce, but we're talking about the couple, not the movie. So we didn't put any movies in here that less than 2 of us have watched. So if you're not seeing one of the movies that you love, I'm sorry, but like maybe only one of us has watched it or none of us have watched it. So
if there's a movie not on this list that you want to see, comment down below and maybe we'll do a movie reaction to it. Let's jump on in. Let's
love
go. Oh, starting off strong, the first one we have on this list is Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging. I want Ken to watch the trailer.
yeah, I have not watched this movie, so I don't know what I'm in for, but they wanted to keep it in, so.
If you guys have ever heard of Aaron Taylor Johnson, this is like his first movie.
Okay, here's the trailer.
Oh my god. For some reason, the clip of them pulling away and like the spit, that like gave me like a flashback. I feel like it makes me think that I've seen this movie. Oh, I feel like I've seen this movie because that looks familiar to me.
I can't remember which one is the love interest.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah. Do they even end up together?
Yeah.
I feel like I remember her being like terrible. Like menace.
She's kind of a menace, yeah. But that's not a bad person. She's kind of like a teenager, messy teenager. But I could see toxic. I mean, you could also put it in just a pretty face because Aaron Taylor Johnson is very gorgeous.
I knew you'd have some sway just because this man's in the movie.
No, it's going in toxic.
Just think about it. Would you want to be in a relationship like that?
No, because it's like a teenage relationship.
Okay, well.
That's what I'm saying though, is they're very teenagery. Like it's not, like I don't know how toxic it is. It feels like very teenagery.
If we want to talk about just a pretty face, I think the next one is perfect for that.
Oh.
Aquamarine.
And he's still fine too. I would feel confident Aquamarine in Just a Pretty Face because like, they don't really know each other.
Her being like, do you love me? He's like, I don't know you. Like, what?
Do you love me?
No.
That's crazy.
And even by the end of the movie, it's kind of like their relationship is still fresh.
How do I mute
She's
that?
still a mermaid.
Thanks. Yeah, I agree. This next one is for you guys, because I haven't seen it.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Maybe like I ship it because it's a little bit toxic. Like,
yeah, I mean, like it starts off being a bet, so like that's not really the best way to start off the relationship. But.
Weary circumstances, but then by the end, I'm like, I ship it though.
Yeah, because
I hope they last.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a good one.
I ship it.
Yeah, it's an iconic movie.
The next one we have is Clueless. I don't really remember this movie, to be honest.
Well, we can give you a quick recap of what goes on in the movie, or did you want to watch the trailer?
She ends up with her stepbrother.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's this movie?
I think like when I was a teenager, or like when I first watched it, I was like, no, it's not that bad. They're like technically not step siblings anymore.
Oh, but they grew up together?
No, they didn't even grow up together.
It was like really
That's the thing.
Yeah. It was
It's like their parents were married for like a short time, yet the brother was really close with the dad.
So he feels like he's his father,
So-
you know? Which is what
Yeah,
it's a little weird.
That's a little odd.
The son was with the mom, like biologically, and got really, really close to the dad in the short amount of time,
Yeah.
and is now dating the dad's daughter.
By the end of the movie. In the beginning of the movie, they're already divorced. I think for the circumstances, it has to be divorced, doesn't it?
You don't think they're a little
Like-
codependent?
Just a pretty face, I feel like.
Oh, yeah,
Codependent is pretty high.
just a pretty face. I could see that because they are also both just really gorgeous. So are we good with this?
Yeah.
The next one is Love, Simon. I do think I have to watch the trailer for this.
We are doing rom-coms, but I did fall in the theater to this movie, so...
It was on the rom-com list, so I'm gonna take Google's word for it. Wait, so who was his love interest? Was it the light-skinned guy or was it the other one?
The light-skinned guy.
They're both really fun.
I'm pretty sure. That's as far as I remember.
I know he's the one that he pines after for the whole movie, but I'm like, is he the one that
Who does he
sees on the
end
Ferris
up
wheel?
with?
I'm looking it up. Yeah, it's still him. But you're like, is it gonna be him on the Ferris wheel?
I ship.
Yeah.
Cute.
I ship it. Because I do remember like liking the movie. Maybe thinking it was boring when I watched it.
Hey, people are not boring, so... It's...
Romance is boring.
Oh, she does not like romance. Anytime we're watching a show together, you're like,
This ball hair is so boring.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? They're my
You
favorite.
know how it's gonna end.
It's
Oh,
it's
don't
the
tell
journey,
Maria.
not the destination.
Where's the plot?
That is like half the plot.
I need to calm down. Everything's fine.
Amanda.
I'm an adult.
I love them. Wow. Did I screenshot this? No.
The
It's in it.
sound.
It's the sound.
Valentine's Day, day of love. Celebrate love with those who make us dream sweet.
The next one we have, I also haven't seen. Are you making fun of me?
You just sound like a Disney character.
The next one we have Juno. I have not seen it.
Juno was on the list for rom-coms. I don't know if I really say how strongly of a comedy it is.
It has some funny
It
moments
does,
for sure.
yeah.
Oh my god, the Sarah V guy?
Michael Cera?
So where are you guys ranking this at?
Well, their relationship is interesting because
I
you
would
know
give
she
it a
got
little-
pregnant, so it's kind of like they're forced to work it out in a sense. They like each other, but also they have a reason to like stay together. It's because there's a child.
Yeah, like the majority of the movie is not focusing on the relationship, so we don't really get a huge sense of it. They kind of like get together at the end. Yeah, if it weren't for the baby, maybe I'd put it in I ship it.
Yeah, she's a prostitute on the street, and he like picks her up for directions, and then ends up taking her to his hotel and being like, "Okay, you're gonna be my girlfriend or whatever for the week." And then they start to like each other. The fact that we just watched Honora today is crazy.
I would put Honora in divorce.
I like I don't know, is it I ship it or is it more like codependent? Because I think there might be better couples on here. It's definitely
It's not like the top one.
not the
It's
top,
not.
but they're not like toxic or anything. I don't know.
You can put it at like
I
the top of codependent though, or like the bottom of I ship it.
I'm pretty confident in that.
Yeah.
So okay, the next one is She's the Man. Finally, I think this is the first one that all of us have seen.
I'm not sure if
Yeah.
it like fully holds up very well these days. Just like some of the jokes
Yeah.
they say are a little like sexist, but
I'm
like
sure.
I think it's still a
I haven't
funny
watched
movie.
it
You know,
recently.
it's still a good movie.
She like makes them better. She's like, well, I'm carrying these tampons for my girlfriend, and then they're like, well, we should start doing that.
Yeah, that's
You know?
true.
It's hard because you don't see them date. That's what I'm finding with a lot of these rom-coms. You don't really see them, like, their relationship for a whole lot of the movie. They just end up together.
Okay, I ship
But I was
it.
thinking, like, bottom of I ship it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would go together. Even if she still has her brother.
I'm so excited for the next one. So the next one is 10 Things I Hate About You. Out of the rom-coms, 10 Things I Hate About You is probably the best.
That's the first movie that pops up in my mind when I think rom-com. So
Both couples, S tier, top tier.
I haven't seen the next one either, which is crazy.
Oh man.
Wait. Didn't you put this on the list?
I did because it's iconic.
Technically, I don't know if I've actually watched The Notebook all the way through. I think I've fallen asleep to it.
As you heard, Amelia, already, the next one is The Notebook. That's another like classic movie. People are always like, "Oh, what are you gonna do on your date? You know, what movie are you gonna watch?" And they're like, "I want to watch The Notebook."
I don't know why when I think of this movie, I also think of the Titanic.
Because they're both boring.
I mean, probably.
Boom. Roasted.
Codependent? A little bit, maybe.
I haven't
He can't even do anything without her. Like his whole life's work after her is for her.
Toxic?
No.
No, not toxic.
I would feel like codependent.
Oh god, wait, we kept this one in?
What are we ranking in this?
The next one is Love Actually. We are aware there are multiple relationships.
Every single one of them is bad, so I would either put it as toxic or
Yeah,
dare I
okay, that's
say
what we were
divorce.
saying. I think there's gonna be a few divorces in that movie. You know what? Put it in divorce. I dare you.
Is this a hot take to say I do not like this movie?
I think it is
like it.
weird, but I think that's what makes it interesting.
The next movie we have is Legally Blonde.
Okay, for the movie was different, right? I'm very familiar with the musical.
No reason why at all.
The musical is like, that would be like S tier. But in the movie, isn't it different? And it's kind of like a little bit more toxic or something?
I don't think it's toxic. I think they just don't flesh out their relationship as much as they do in the musical.
Just pretty face. That's what I was.
Wow, I was thinking like ship it. I do ship it. They're not toxic.
No.
Have you?
No,
You've
that's
seen
what
it, right?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. I'm like, they're not
But also-
toxic, and it's also not codependent. Like, that's the whole point of her finding her way. Not above, she's the man, so at the bottom, right?
Okay.
The next one is A Cinderella Story. Very iconic. Is it not a little toxic that he like sees her face and doesn't recognize it? Like, look at
Yeah,
her.
like it's literally
her whole
her.
face is
Yeah.
out.
Who is she? Is she like a servant? Am I allowed to say that?
No, she
Servant?
just works. She just works food service.
Yeah.
So basically,
So it's not like the Selena Gomez one at all. Well, the Selena Gomez one, she's held captive in her home and is forced to be a maid.
no, she's
I
just,
love that
she's
one.
just poor.
Not gonna lie.
I love the Selena
We didn't
Gomez
put that one on here.
I did add another Cinderella story where we ranked this one.
Well, I think their relationship was pretty awesome.
Like, I don't know.
I feel I kind of ship it.
I don't have a problem. I can't think of any problems.
The next one is 13 going on 30. I also haven't seen this one.
Dare I
been a while.
say... Oh. I was gonna say S tier. Romeo and Juliet, very cutesy. They're like friends to lovers.
It's like the best way for
Yeah.
like friends first.
And I don't know, they're just really cute together.
I'm so excited for the next one. The next one is Pitch Perfect. I love this movie. If we were just going off of the first movie, I would ship it because, to be honest, Becca is a little toxic at times. She's so closed off and standoffish.
He makes her better, and like
He's perfect.
and like she watches the movies that he told her to watch, and she changes, and it's about the relationship, not about like specifically how she is. You
That's
know?
true. Dare I say, Romeo and Juliet.
Well, that's what I was gonna
love
say, and then
them.
you started talking it down, and I was like, wait, was something wrong with their relationship?
I'm good with this. Are we good with this?
Yeah.
Okay,
I love
solely based on the first movie. Yes.
The next one? Oh, no hard feelings.
Kinda want to say divorce.
It's weird.
I don't know. It is like a very weird movie.
If we're talking strictly just like relationship, they did, you know, help each other in certain ways.
But this is a rom-com ranking.
Yeah.
No, but that's why I'm like solely based on their relationship, maybe like toxic.
Valentine's Day, day of love.
Bridesmaids.
Who's ready to party?
Princess Bride.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Another Michael Cera. No, the lover boy. So Scott Pilgrim is toxic as fuck.
Ew. Sierra Burgess is a loser.
I think this isn't even toxic. This is psychological warfare.
The trailer looks cute, but it's also like...
Anyways, that movie sucks. The Proposal.
Are they actually the healthiest couple? No. Do I give them a pass? Maybe.
Legally, they are
just-
codependent.
Yeah, okay. They just have a lot of chemistry together, I think.
Gotta love good banter.
I would say codependent though, that's a good point. They are. The next movie? Enchanted. Another happily ever after.
I would ship it. They're not
Really?
perfect. Isn't he engaged to someone else like half of the movie? He has like a girlfriend and he takes his girl in who's
Yeah.
basically a child and like raises her.
It's a
I think
fairy
I might like
tale. So they all grew. That's what but think about it. They make each other better people.
But I don't think it's S tier worthy.
I do kind of agree with ship it. I ship it.
Top of my ship, but I think is a good spot for it.
Yeah.
The next one is Kissing Booth.
So toxic as hell.
I think it's toxic. I think every aspect of the movie is pretty toxic.
What's next?
The Sound of Music.
S tier, obviously. I mean,
I do not like this movie.
That's crazy.
The next one is Mamma Mia, and I hate Mamma Mia. I do not like this movie.
I don't think on the scale of all of these movies, I do not think that they're as toxic as many other of these couples.
I think I would put it in Just a Pretty Face. The next one is To All the Boys I Loved Before. I know my thoughts on this.
To be honest, I don't even remember this movie.
Okay, the rundown. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
I thought she writes letters to all these guys.
To all the boys she's loved
and then
before.
I thought she goes on dates with all of them.
Well,
No.
they all actually get sent to them, or
Yeah,
people
like
actually
without
get-
her knowing.
yeah.
Her sister sends them. One of them is Josh, which is her sister's ex. And then John Ambrose, but that's the second movie, so we're not going to talk about it. And then Peter. And Peter gets it, and he's like, well, I'm trying to make my ex jealous, so we should fake date. Because she kisses him on the
I
crack field
kinda
to
remember
avoid
this.
Josh.
Sounds boring.
Their relationship starting sounds a little toxic.
It is, and also Peter constantly throughout, not just the first movie, but the second one too, is constantly talking. I think her name is Jen, his ex.
Like talking bad about his ex?
No, it's
Oh.
always like,
Well, either way, it's toxic.
Jen is so pretty, but like you've got great style.
What the?
Like that is like an
Comparing.
actual line
Sold.
he says to Laura Jean. They're toxic. The root is it did start out toxic, so I guess that's where they're going.
We're pulling out the deep cuts, guys. This is the time where we pull out the deep cuts.
Band
What do you know?
Slam.
What do you know about Band Slam? What do you know about, Sam with a 5 and Dewey?
I think I have watched this movie, but like I was so young
Really?
that I don't remember like anything. But I've seen like clips of it, and I'm like, this looks familiar.
Where would you rank them? I ship it.
I was gonna say I ship it. Oh,
Look at me agree. Yeah.
cute. Oh, the next one is Booksmart. We're talking about the girls.
We're talking about the girls.
Who? Amy and Hope?
Throughout the entire movie, Amy is like pining over this other girl who is like, more like masculine and whatever. And then she realizes at a party that this girl's like, I mean, she might not be straight, but she's like making out with a guy. So she's like, oh, like she's probably not gonna be interested in me. and then kind of like starts hitting it off with this other girl, and they like make out in the bathroom, and then she like doesn't she throw up on her?
Oh, I think something like that happened.
Um,
I just remember them making out in the bathroom.
They made out in the
I don't
bathroom.
remember anything else.
Like people are like always like it has to be a mask and a femme. But it's
Yeah,
like,
it is
more
like
feminine
like
girls, so that's like really that's cool, you know.
I kind of don't want to just say like just a pretty face, but it's not codependent.
Yeah.
I want to be like I ship it.
But like at the end,
Yeah. At
I
the
ship
bottom.
it.
Yeah.
yeah, because
A
it's like
win for the gays.
okay, last one.
Romeo and Juliet. Leonardo DiCaprio.
The fact that we have this at the end is crazy because I think we put it in as a joke, but
Contrary to popular belief, it is a comedy.
I remember watching this too in my freshman year of high school because we were going
Yeah.
over Romeo and Juliet, and for some reason they decided to show us some of this one.
I also have only watched this because of school.
why are we watching this one? Why are we? This one's like.
Because the other one is more graphic.
But that one.
Are they toxic? Is it the same story?
It
Thinking
technically
about
is.
Romeo
Like
and
it
Juliet.
is.
Yes, because like, why did they have to kill themselves?
It's the symbolism. It's like they shouldn't have killed themselves, but it's also their families shouldn't have put this much pressure on them to.
But the two lovers from Avatar, who created the Secret Tunnel, I think their love story, Romeo and Juliet-esque, is better than how this one ends.
Yeah. So toxic?
I guess it's so hard to rank this because I'm like, but the story.
Honestly, codependent because they couldn't live without each other.
Without each other.
Okay, guys, here's our final ranking.
Do you agree? Comment down below.
If you disagree, please tell us why. I would love to read a dissertation in the comments.
We're serious.
And
Serious.
drop your letterboxed. We'll put ours
Yeah,
here.
seriously.
That's it. Don't make me do the outro.
Yeah, you start every outro. That's it.
Because that's
Wait, you
it.
should-
But we don't want to say that. That's talking our video down.
Yeah.
They just watched the best video of their lives. That's not it.
I
Because
would
we have
s-
other videos and you should go watch them. If you want to be a part of our exclusive club and be our friends and get cookies.
We would say thank you, but actually you're welcome. If you like this video, you would like our other videos that we have made. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all the silly stuff that we always have to say at the end of a video. We do this for fun, but you know, like it's cool to connect with people as well. So if you subscribe, that'd be awesome.
We post every other Wednesday.
Bye.